We are back. Peanut Gallery. We haven't heard this in a while. Take it away.
Yes. So Micah Satomura officially retired.
30 years.
And that is all I have to say. She retired in her home promotion. I think she was still under contract with WWE.
But they allowed her.
But it's her own promotion.
Yeah.
But yeah, she officially retired.
Great.
Everyone's happy. Hulk Hogan and Eric Bischoff are starting a wrestling company. We don't know the details of this promotion or what it's going to look like. Some details have come out that it is going to be more of an Olympic style wrestling. So it's not going to be like
it's not going to be pro
wrestling like we would traditionally see it as. It might be a bridge of the gap, but we just don't know yet. It's called Real American Freestyle Wrestling.
That's just a gobbledygook for me.
Yeah.
TNA.
Oh yeah. So TNA, they have officially banned blood, like blading and like crimson masks.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm going to assume this stemmed from the Sami Callihan and Mance Warner bloodbath.
Yeah, that's kind of where it came from. So they're no longer allowed. So if you're in TNA, you're no longer allowed to blade or to make yourself intentionally bleed.
I'll be honest. I mean, that really just did not happen a whole lot.
No,
it's not going to affect anything.
No, we talked about the wrestlers and why they were released and kind of what.
All right, so what it was entailed? What's the full list?
Yeah, so the full list. Obviously Braun Strowman, Shayna Baszler, Dakota Kai, Cora Jade. Now Cora Jade was just injury prone, which makes sense. Shayna Baszler wasn't doing anything. Dakota Kai not really doing much.
Also injury prone.
Other release talents are Caden Carter, Katana Chance, which we talked about, Gigi Dolan, Riley Osborne, Eddie Thorpe, Jakara Jackson, Oro Mensah, Javier Bernal, and then the Gallus trio, which is Joe Coffey, Mark Coffey, and Wolfgang.
There was one that you did leave off, but she wasn't necessarily released from WWE. She more retired from athletics, and that was Danny Palmer.
Danny Palmer. Now, Shotzi's situation is a little bit different. She still is under contract, but they are not renewing her contract.
Right.
That's why I left that one out, because she was not released. She was informed that her contract would not be renewing. Think Sonya Deville.
Right.
From a couple months ago when her contract just expired without an extension.
Right.
But that's it. 90 days on the main roster, 30 days if you're NXT people.
And this is not counting the people in the back, like the creative people.
No. That's going to be a little bit different.
Yeah.
I'm going to talk about that a little bit later on down the road.
Okay.
So AEW is going to the 2300 Arena for a residency. Yay them.
I hope AEW does do this direction where they do the residencies. I kind of like it.
I think it's good that they have Death Before Dishonor in there as well to kind of throw some ticket sales their way.
Yeah.
That's kind of where
we were praising AEW when they did their shows in that esports arena, and 2300 is a historic wrestling venue because that was the ECW arena.
It was.
So them sort of doing this long line of shows, actually, to me, I kind of like it. I hope they do more of it.
Yeah. So we talked about the creative people. Her name was Christine Lubrano. She was a senior vice president of creative writing operations. This was part of a broad round of office layoffs. And it sounds like a lot of middle management let goes, which is very typical. Also, 3 new plaintiffs were added to the Ring Boys lawsuits. They are unnamed. They're all John Does, but John Does 7, 8, and 9 are now included with the others.
So is this a civil suit now, or is it still?
I'm not 100% sure.
Okay.
Nothing about the suit, I think, changed. There are just 3 different plaintiffs now have come forward with allegations.
Got it.
Carmella and Corey Graves are having a second child. Now, for those of you who do not know, she had a very rough time with the first child, so hopefully number 2 does not give her as many issues.
Yes.
She also does hope to return back to the ring. Obviously, she is not under contract with the WWE. She's not retired, but of course, when you're pregnant, you really can't wrestle. Also,
no, you can't wrestle. Period. It's
right.
You really can't. It's you can't.
Right. Also, Naomi has explored taking some time off to start a family as well. She has indicated that her time has now come to kind of explore those options. So we could see Naomi also take an extended break for her pregnancies.
Got it.
Liv Morgan is going to be in a movie. Let's see. It is going to be. It's called Bad Lieutenants Tokyo, and yeah, it's going to start filming next month in Japan. And so, if you see an extended absence from Liv Morgan, you'll know why. Cool. She is going to be in a movie.
I think it's great that some of the wrestlers are exploring options outside of wrestling, especially given that wrestling has, I would say, a fairly short shelf life. I mean, like. Miyako Satomura, Ric Flair, Hulk Hogan, those are outliers of, you could get like a good 15, 20-year career, but that's, that even is still pretty
right. The great battle of the trademark. So WWE renewed the trademark for Edge, despite him not being in the company. They initially did not want to renew it. They said I don't think they had it rescinded fully, but they were exploring ways to not renew it, but they decided to renew it anyway.
Yep.
So he will still henceforth be known as Cope for the foreseeable future.
Yep.
So the Crown Jewel is going to be the name of the pay-per-view that's going to Perth. We thought it was going to be TakeOver. Essentially, what TakeOver means, it's a TKO TakeOver. So that means that there's going to be a UFC event there, WWE shows there, and bull riding there.
Because those are the three properties that TKO owns.
Yeah. So
bull riding is the most random.
Right. But what they do is they essentially say, we're to take over a city, have all of these events happen in one weekend. Perth is paying a lot of money for this. So they want to see this go down well. It is going to be called Crown Jewel, and that is going to be probably, I think, the first time that it's taken place outside of Saudi Arabia. In exchange, I think Saudi Arabia is getting Night of Champions in June.
I see.
Of this year.
Okay.
Yeah.
And obviously they have the Royal Rumble in
they have the Royal Rumble
next
year.
Yep.
So that's pretty much all I've got.
Perfect.
Now, when we come back, we're going to talk about, I presume, Stand and Deliver?
Yes, we're talking about Stand and Deliver first. So join us for that.